Now, if you guys are just picking up Strive, you've been playing Strive, you all know, and it's one thing that is common, Nago and Ram are problems in this game as of right now. And when I say problems, they're probably the top two, if not second and third best character in the game. We have another character named Leo, but I don't want to talk about him in this video. He gets his own video. Today, I thought it'd be cool to talk about some of the things they can do to tone down the characters. Now, when I'm talking about these two characters, I'm going to break down exactly what their kits is supposed to do, how well the kit does it, and some of the things they can do to tone down the character without gutting the character. So like, share, subscribe if you like this content. We are on the road to 200. We are 39 subs away. Thank you for everybody that's been subbing to the channel as of lately and enjoying the videos. It could be you too. Also, twitch.tv/Nappyheadmilly. Your boy streams. I might stream a little bit tonight. You never know. So go ahead, follow the link in the description. Go to the Twitch. This intro's been too long. Let's get started now. And I want to get this out the way. We're going to talk about ladies first. So I'm going to talk about Ram, which is the character I know the most. But anything I say in this video is objective. So you can leave in the comments if you don't agree with me or if you think you can do better than me. You know, I'm Nappyheadmilly. You can't do better than me. But leave it in the comments if you think you can find out something better than me. But Ram is a character that I like to call jack of all trades, master of the corner. Like, she excels at so many different things, but when she gets you in the corner, it is ridiculous. And it's because the way her swords work. Her heavy slash sword is +3 on block, so you gotta hold that. You can jump out of it depending on the range, but her slash sword is +9, and it knocks you down if you're trying to jump. So if you press a button after that, you're getting hit. It's +9 plus a fast knockdown. Other things, key things to note is that her range is ridiculous. She has one of the best ranges in the game that does not need to be modified. So I would say her range that doesn't need to be modified is second only to Astral. As well as a lot of her specials are really good. Her flip is neutral on block, really good, and the air is -3. So if you don't know it's coming, it's going to catch you off guard. She has a long range mid. I forgot the name of the move, but you know, the big sword slash. She has a reversal super. That's one of the best reversal supers in the game. She's just a very solid character. She has a special in the air that you get a clean jumping S. You get a double hit that leads into a hard knockdown. Now you're playing Ram's game. She's just a very solid character. But where I want to attack is the corner, because that is the big contention with this character. It feels like once you're in the corner with Ram, as long as the Ram does not mess up her block strings or she keeps you guessing, as long as you guess wrong yourself, it's GG. It's an easy match. GG. Shake my hand, have fun, blah blah. And I understand, because when I play May and I go against Ram, it is the most infuriating thing, because you have to really wait for her to try and throw you. That is the key thing you're waiting on, is for her to try to throw you, and then you got to counter the throw, and you got to hope you grab her before she grabs you, or A, you're gonna catch a slash to the face, and then now you're playing Ram's game again. So where I think we need to target her as a character is exactly her corner pressure. Now, there's two things. There's two. One is going to have an alternative to it, but the easiest thing for them to tone down on the character is actually her Rekkas, and not the way they work, because you can't dash out of them, but the amount of tension she gets from Rekka. Nah, she gets a lot of tension from Rekka on block. And I think that needs to get scaled down, because that's part of the problem too. She can keep her combo going and make herself safe, because she can red RC, make sure it hits you so it bursts. So now she's plus, now you're playing her game again. So by toning that down just slightly, a little bit, at least for that corner pressure, it allows for her not to be able to reset her frame trap, at least from the way we usually do it. Now, if she already got a bar, you got to hold it. It is what it is. You got to hold it. But that would be a great start. But now I want to go exactly into talking about her sword throw. Now, with her sword throws, there's two ways you can do this. And these might be a little bit major, but there's two ways you can do this. Number one, like I said earlier, on block is +3 and +9. Tone that down. Make heavy slash sword throw +1. Make it +1. You can make it -1, but make it in a way where it's not 2+. So you can make it +1, and you can make the jumping sword toss +3. I think that would be fair. That's toning the character down. She's still plus when she uses her swords, so you still gotta somewhat hold it, but at least toning that down would be a start. Another one, and this one may be a little bit more major, is to change it to where she does not automatically get the explosion. I think that's where the problem is. I think that particular part is truly where the problem is. It's not the plus frames themselves, it's the explosion, because regardless of if you're plus or not, the moment she does a 5K or a 2K to make sure you stay in place, you're eating the explosion behind that heavy slash sword throw. So what I think they need to do, and this will also provide a little bit of skill expression to Ram because she already is so easy to play, make it to where when I throw the sword at the wall, for me to reactivate the move, I have to literally do sword throw again. And when they do the animation, it explodes. She can keep that same animation, because a lot of times I use that animation just to fake people out and make them think I'm gonna throw a sword and see if they sit there. So you can do that same animation, and if the opponent sees it, they can 6P and get out, because they did smart by making it to where her sword's already placed somewhere. But if they don't see it, they eat the explosion, and now you go back into that frame trap. And I think that right there will be the key thing, that she's still oppressive in the corner. She still has corner pressure, but it's not as oppressive because we ourselves as players have to set it off. And it's up to the opponent to see that we're setting it off and punish us before the explosion goes off. And I think that is fair between both parties. I think you guys will like that one. If you don't like that one, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. But those are really my two big things without gutting the character. Now let's get to your boy Nago Ryuki. Now, I'm not going to say my little rant that I say, because I feel like that's becoming a part of the channel about how much I hate Nago. But Nago Ryuki honestly is borderline the perfect character. A lot of people will debate, okay, he's weak to pressure. Yeah, Ram's weak to pressure, and Ram's still amazing. Nago's still amazing. He's borderline the perfect character. He has, let's talk about what his kit is supposed to be. Looking at Nago Ryuki, what he represents, his kit is supposed to be about discipline of the character as well as discipline of your opponents. He has his normals. The more blood he gains, the bigger his normals get, but it comes at a cost. By using supers, not super specials, and or certain buttons like heavy slash, he gains blood towards his blood gauge. So after a while, he can't use special moves, or he'll go into a enraged state, which he has his strongest super and he has his best range, but he loses blood. So it causes a ebb and flow type of thing. You need to know how to manage your blood gauge. You need to know at what level, how far your normals go, as well as how much can you get away with before you need to either rush in and try and get a command grab, and or if you're gonna pop, right? Nago, I don't have a problem with any of Nago's normals. I think that fits the kit well. He does that well. The more blood he gets, he should be able to outfoot you, because he's in a dangerous space. He can't use his specials anymore, and it's up to us as a player to be disciplined and to understand that and know when to counter him. The problem becomes it's in two moves. It's only two moves. It's only two moves that I have a problem with Nago. It's Beyblade, which is when he spins, and it's Astral Projection, which is now full range. And that's where I'm going to target the nerfs with Nago Ryuki. With Beyblade, because this is probably my most hated move in the game. And I'm just speaking personally, that's why I said it's objective earlier. With Beyblade, I would say there's two ways you can fix this. A, and this is the one nobody's gonna like, keep it as a mid, but he cannot cancel. He can't cancel out of it. That way, if he's gonna throw it out the way he throws it out, like a lot of Nagos do, where it catches you off guard, because it's very fast. It's not non-reactable, but it's fast enough where if you don't expect it, you're not gonna get a 6P to stop it. It's that fast. So if you're gonna do that, it's okay to make him not be able to cancel it, but he gets a hard knockdown. He gets a hard knockdown after it. I think that one would be disliked. You can keep it the same speed. You can keep it the same amount of blood gauge that it's going to give anyway. But just giving a hard knockdown and forcing Nago to get up. And you can even make it a little bit more plus on hit, where he can get up, walk, and now you got to guess what he's going to do next. Is he going to teleport? Is he going to try and walk up, command grab? Is he going to do it again? Is he going to call you out to jump and anti-air you? I think that will be a little bit safer route, but I think the second way I have it might be better, where, because I have a problem with it anti-air. It anti-airs. A lot of people don't know that. So make it a low, but make it -2, because he can already cancel out of it. So I'm going back into the discipline part of Nago Ryuki. If you don't have the discipline to cancel out of it, or have the discipline, you want to use it in a bad situation and think I'm not going to press, I should be able to punish you for that. If you don't know, it's neutral on block. So what a lot of Nagos like to do, in my opinion, from what I've noticed, they'll Beyblade and then they'll jab immediately. They'll jab immediately because they're neutral on block. You're not going to really contest Nago's jab unless you have a faster jab. I believe Ram does. I believe Soul does, and there's somebody else that has a faster jab than Nago, but still he got range on that jab too. So it's still, I don't think you should be rewarded for pressing a button that you're probably going to press again. So I think you should make it -2. And if you want to add a little bit more blood, which I'm not going to do that because we're going to get to that in Astral Projection, but I think that's the safest way, is just make it a low so it can't anti-air. It's still oppressive because it still can clip your toes, but make it -2 if somebody doesn't want to, if they want to try and press out of it, make it -2. Now, Astral Projection, we all know that's when he sent his little clone, and the intent of that move is for Nago to be able to teleport or move up safely and keep you in a frame trap. But now it's become to the point to where Nago can actually, I ain't gonna say zone you out, but he can play the long game if you think you're gonna play the long game with him. The simplest fix for this is just revert it to what it was. It shouldn't go full screen. It should only go mid screen like it did. I think that is fair because look at how Nago uses it. Most Nagos aren't going to use it full screen anyway. They're going to use it in your face to just make sure that they can approach safely without you pressing a button. And it's very smart. Or they'll use it at the end of the game knowing that it beats a lot of projectiles. I think it beats all projectiles. So knowing that, why would you make it full screen? Just make it mid-screen, and Nagos have to have the discipline not to over abuse it. Now, if you want to keep it full screen, that's fine. But going back to blood gauge, it should go up higher if he's going to use that move, because that is a very powerful move. Believe it or not, that move is very powerful. Even though it's not used as much, it is very strong to cover ground for Nago. So if you're going to use that move, it should have a higher blood gauge cost. Period. It should have a higher blood gauge cost. And like I said, I didn't attack neither one of their normals, because their normals are fine to me. I think if I'm pressing buttons, Nago and Ram should be able to whip punish me, because the name of their game really is normal buttons hit you, you go boom. That's the name of their game. So if I'm just randomly pressing buttons, if I'm trying to jump out of Nago's pressure, if I'm trying to do all these things, I should get punished for that. It means I need to have better defense and better layers to my defense, other than trying to jump, dash, and get to them more easily. If I'm getting punished by Ram, that means I need to stop pressing buttons when I'm not supposed to press buttons. That is what it is. But with these ideas, I think those are some of the solid ways to tone down pressure, whatever, with these two characters specifically, without gutting the characters. Now, Leo's a different story. Leo's a little bit harder to talk about. That's why I didn't talk about him in this video. He's a little bit harder to talk about because you got the mix, you got the DP, you got the way his normals move him across the screen. It's a lot of things. But like, share, subscribe if you like the content. I don't know how good this video is going to do. Hopefully it does well, because it's a take I haven't seen yet on YouTube. And hopefully I would love to get feedback from my people. So definitely go ahead and leave in the comments yet again for the third time what you think of the video, if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong. And other than that, it's been a long talk. I'm about to get some water. Peace.